Hey, fourth graders. This is Agreement of Subject and Verb, Part 3, pages 235 to 236 in your language books. All right, so I got something new to teach you guys in terms of having your subjects and verbs agree with each other. So just to review, we learned that, if you have a singular subject, a singular subject, we know that you have to match that with a singular verb. Okay? Singular verb. So if we have one, like a subject that talks about one person, place, or thing or idea, for example, the boy. Okay, so the boy, there's only one boy, so it's singular subject. I have to match that with one of these singular verbs. I can say the boy is sad. All right, I can't say the boy are, plural verb, sad, because are is only for plural nouns, okay? And are is a plural verb. All right, so you have to match singular subjects with singular verbs, and same thing with the opposites. Plural subjects, match it with plural verbs. All right, for example, the boys, so more than one boy, I would say not is sad, but this time it would be are. The boys are sad. All right. And if you're not sure if it's correct or not, I talked about how you can just say out loud to yourself and see if it makes sense. If I said the boys is sad, that kind of sounds off, right? So, yeah. All right. I mean, another really important thing to know is that most singular verbs you just add an s, has s at the end to it, or you need to add an s. And most plural verbs do not have an s at the end. Okay, so it's the opposite, right? Usually, if you want to make something plural, you would add an s at the end. For example, boys. If you want to make it singular, you take away the s. But for verbs, it's the opposite. All right. Okay, so here's a new thing I need to teach you guys today. Let me move it so you can see it. All right. If subjects are joined by and, meaning they're compound subjects, you have to match it with a plural verb. If you don't remember what compound subjects are, I taught it a while back. You can look at page 269 on the back of your language books. Pretty much a compound subject are just subjects connected by and. For example, red and blue. Okay. Or, let's say pig and rabbit. All right. So even though red and blue are pig and rabbit by themselves, they are singular, right? They're singular. But once they're connected by and, they become a compound subject, so they become plural. All right. So when singular subjects are connected by and, we have to match it with a plural verb. So they become plural when they're clumped together with the word and, joined together by and. All right, let's go over some more specific examples. So let's do a sentence. Let's say chocolate and vanilla, should it be capital V, and vanilla are the best ice cream flavors. All right, so my subjects are chocolate and vanilla. So chocolate and vanilla, they're singular, but they're connected by the word and, so they become a compound subject. All right, so because they're a compound subject, I have to connect it with a plural verb, are. Okay, so I can't say chocolate and vanilla is the best ice cream flavors. No, because it is for singular subjects, and because here chocolate and vanilla, because they're connected by and, this subject here is plural. This is a plural subject. All right. So I have to use the word are. So chocolate and vanilla are the best ice cream flavors. Let's do another one. Let's do a math book and a sweater were lost. A math book and a sweater were lost. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just say we're lost. All right. So math book and a sweater. So these are both singular. So does that mean we have to use a singular verb? No, because we have and here, which makes it plural. So we have to use a plural verb, were. Okay. So because book and sweater are connected together, they become plural. So I have to use a plural verb. All right. All right. Um, let's go over your assignment here. Okay. So, sorry, this is a review. Okay, I have it on this side here. All right, here we go. Okay, think A. Underline each subject one time. Underline the subject once. Underline the correct verb in parentheses 2 times. So correct verb, underline 2 times. All right, so number 1. The colt and its mother is or are playing in the field. So first, underline each subject 1 time. So my subjects here are colt and mother. Since they're connected by and, is it singular or plural? It is plural. All right, so that means I have to use a plural verb. So which one is the plural verb here? Is or are? If we look at the table I made here, I'll move it over. Yeah. So you look at my table here. So is, I know that is singular, and are is plural. So since my subject is plural, I would need to use a plural verb. So I would need to use are. And just say it out loud to yourself, see if it makes sense. The colt and its mother are playing in the field. Yeah, sounds good. The colt and its mother is playing on the field. So that sounds a little bit off. So we know that that's wrong. Okay. So plural, if it's connected by and, if it's a compound subject, which means 2 subjects are connected by and, we need to use a plural verb. Okay, we do one more together. The girl and her brother knows or know the answer. So the subjects are girl and brother. They're connected by and. You don't need to circle it. So does that mean we have to use a singular verb or a plural verb? Yes, a plural verb because we have a compound subject here. So which one is the plural verb? Is it knows or no? Well, knows have the S at the end, and I know that singular verbs usually have an S at the end, and plural verbs don't have the S at the end. So I know I have to use this know here. Say out loud, the girl and her brother knows the answer, or the girl and her brother know the answer, right? Know sounds more natural to me. All right, think B. Underline each subject 1 time. Underline the subject 1 time. Underline the correct verb in the parentheses 2 times. So correct verb is underlined 2 times. So number 1, the pilot with 2 passengers was or were in the airplane. All right, so let's underline the subject. The pilot. Okay, is the subject. So pilot, is that singular or plural? It's singular. So I need to pick the singular verb. And looking at my table here, I can see that was is the singular verb. So say out loud, the pilot with 2 passengers was in the airplane. Yeah. So you might be confused. You might be asking yourself, how come passengers isn't part of the subject? Well, remember we learned last lesson that this is a prepositional phrase, okay? And prepositional phrases aren't part of the subject, all right? So with 2 passengers, this is kind of like describing pilot. This is kind of acting like an adjective, all right? It's like one long adjective. So we're not talking about the 2 passengers in the airplane. We're talking about the pilot in the airplane, okay? So it's a little bit confusing. Don't Just make sure you don't, get confused by the prepositional phrase here. All right, it's not the subject; it's an adjective. All right, so we'll do one more. John, like his brother, was or were in the Boy Scouts. So John is the subject. Brother is not part of the subject because this is a prepositional phrase. So I don't consider brother part of the subjects because this acts like an adjective. Was or were in the Boy Scouts. All right, so John is singular, so that means I need a singular verb. I'll let you decide which one of these is the singular verb. If you're not sure, look at the table here. All right, let's go to our next page. Think A. Write is or are in the blank. The noise of the excited children is or are deafening. So children is our subject. So is that singular or plural? That's plural, right? So let me go back. Let me copy this and I'll paste down to here. All right. Let me expand the canvas, make it a little bit bigger. Canvas size, let's do 10 and 13. All right, there we go. So let's put my table to the side here. All right, make it a little bit smaller. All right, so the noise of the children, the noise of the excited children is or are deafening. Look at my table here. I know that is singular and are is plural. So which one should I use? If children is plural, which one should I use, is or are? Okay, so fill that in. Read it to yourself to double check to make sure you pick the correct one. Think B. Identify the following subjects and verbs as singular, sing, or plural, PL, period. All right, so she was. So she, is that singular or plural? Was, is that singular or plural? If you're not sure, look at the table up here. All right. I know she's not talking about one person, and was is underneath the singular verb table here. So I'll let you decide what to write there. Write does or do with the following subjects. All right. So let's bring the table down again. Remember, does is a singular, and do is plural. All right, so that should help you. So you, is that talking about one person or more than one person? It's just talking about one person, right? And they is talking about more than one. All right, so you decide which verb you should use. Right, D. On notebook paper, write sentences using the following words. So if you have space here, I think you guys should have enough space. You can write it down here or to the side. The plural of lady as the subject. So the plural, if you have more than one lady, it's ladies. So use ladies in a sentence. Goes as the verb. So you write a sentence using goes as a verb. And number 3, a compound subject joined by and. So we just talked about compound subjects on the other verb. So I need to see blank and blank. All right. So I need you to write a sentence using a compound subject, which is 2 singular subjects joined by and. All right. Okay. So if you have any questions, as always, you can ask me. All right. Take care.